What's up, VC? A little hungry right now. Here at the world famous Bob's Big Boy. Here in my hometown. The menu. What the what? Oh my God. How'd you get here? All right, Vinyl Community. So I'm just driving along and I'll probably hit a couple of record stores here. It's a nice Saturday afternoon, early afternoon here in Los Angeles. And what the fuck? How in the hell did you get here?
Record stores.
Safari, checking out Record Safari today. Dude, would you stop following me?
I figured you know the spots, man. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
He's one of the best at that.
This dude, unbelievable. I'm sick and tired of this. Come on, get out. Come on, get out. Go ahead, get out. Go.
I'm full. I'm done.
Come on. You've been following me around long enough today, buddy. Come on, dude. Which one's your car? Get in it. Get in it. Get in it. Get out of here. Leave LA. And you know what? Never come back. Had a great day. Had a great day with Brandon, Mr. Hall of Fame. It was here in Southern California, visiting with his girlfriend, visiting her family down near San Diego in Oceanside, California, about an hour and a half from Los Angeles. And he texted me early last month and said, hey, I'm in town. I want to get together. If you can't make it before I have to go back home for a couple weeks, we can get together after I come back. And so he texted me when he got back in town, the beginning of the month. And we made plans to meet up. And it was fantastic. So great to get together with people who you've considered friends for years, or that you followed for years. And within the past couple of years, we've communicated so much more, and you consider somebody a friend, and you finally get to solidify that vinyl community friendship in person. So great, so great. So we were out doing our thing. We met at Bob's Big Boy. We hit a couple record shops. We went to Record Safari first, and we ended at Atomic Records in Burbank. Record Safari is in the Los Feliz area of Los Angeles, kind of between the Silver Lake area and Glendale, if you're familiar with Los Angeles. And it's a newer shop. Record Safari is a new shop. It's a sister shop to Glass House Records in Pomona, which is furthest southeast of Los Angeles, greater LA area. And so I had not been to Record Safari yet, so I went with Brandon. And I told him something that only a few people in the vinyl community know about me. I have not publicized this in any video. I don't think I have. And I let him know when we were texting and preparing to meet up. And I said, hey, I have been on a record buying hiatus for almost 3 months, and it does not end until the end of February. I did it purposely and purposefully for health reasons, for the health of my collection, and to be able to just kind of put a pause and deep dive back into my collection. He said, well, we don't have to go to any shops. And I said, no, of course we're going to go to shops. I can window shop while you actually purchase, no big deal. And then he came up with this idea, well, if I purchase for you, then you don't, it's not you buying. And technically, yes, that's true. But I was, like, no, I don't want you to do that. And so I was happy just being with him and flipping through records. But as we were, along our merry way, flipping through bins and looking at stuff on the wall, I came across a couple things, and he picked them up for me, and he says, hey, this is just my VCLT to you. And so I was very happy. First thing I found at Record Safari was Rick Wakeman. This is Journey to the Center of the Earth, 1974 on Arista Records. This is his third solo effort while he was with Yes, of course. And it's fantastic. It's been on my want list for a while. This is not the first pressing. I think this is a 76, 77 reissue. The only difference that makes this not a repress and a reissue is the fact that this is not a gatefold, and the original pressings were gatefolds. But that didn't matter to me. I just wanted an early pressing. Fantastic record. It's quintessential Rick Wakeman. He's performing with the LSO, London Symphony Orchestra, and it's fantastic. It's heavily classically based, more than a lot of his other offerings as a solo artist. You know, it's got things that are, maybe you would consider new age, even though the term new age was not, you know, prevalent at this time or even being used or thought of. But there's narration in it, almost like storytelling, and heavily classical, classically based, straight ahead classical, symphonic production. And then it morphs into your quintessential prog rock. And it just goes in and out like that. It's really fantastic record. I like it a lot. If you're a Rick Wakeman fan and you don't have this, I would pick it up. So, you know, he snatched that out of my hand over at Record Safari, and so I was very thankful for that. B, thank you very much. Then when we were at Atomic Records in Burbank, I came across this record. He was doing his thing. I'm doing my thing, flipping through records. And I go over to the jazz section, and I'm flipping through, and I see this record that I've been searching for, and just, there it is. And it's part of a 5-set series that was put out in the mid-70s, kind of an underground record. And it's called Wildflowers. It's called Wildflowers, the New York Loft Jazz Sessions. And I'd had volume 1, 2, 3, and 5. And the last time I committed to only finding these or looking for these if I found them, or pulling them if I found them in the wild. And that was it. I wasn't going to look for them online. You can find them online on Discogs. They're not super cheap, anywhere between maybe 18, 20 bucks to 50 bucks, depending on the condition of the record. Both of these records are in fantastic shape. But when I saw this, I was so afraid that in 3 weeks, if I come back, even if I hide it somewhere, it's going to be gone. And so when he saw me with this in my hand, he says, "Hey, what's that?" And I showed him. He says, "I'll buy it for you." I said, "No." And then finally I gave in and I let him, because I was terrified I wasn't going to be there. So now I have all 5 volumes of Wildflowers, the New York Loft Jazz Sessions. And I won't get into exactly what this is, because I'm going to be including all 5 of the volumes in an upcoming jazz video that I'm going to be putting together. And I'm going to include these. And I was just waiting until I found this last one, and I did. And he snatched it up for me. He paid for it. And he says, "This is just my VCLT to you." So I was able to pick up that Wildflowers 4 New York Loft Jazz Sessions, and the Rick Wakeman Journey to the Center of the Earth. And fantastic. I really appreciate hanging out with you, Brandon. I appreciate the Love Train, the Vinyl Community Love Train gifts, and just spending time with you and hanging out, man. It was a blast, and we've agreed to, do it again. My brother lives in St. Louis. He's in St. Louis, and so when I go back and forth, he comes back and forth with his girlfriend, and hook up again. And that's about it. It was, again, it was great hanging out with you, B. I appreciate the gifts. And Vinyl Community, I'll be back soon with another, Vinyl Finds video, like in the next week or so. Don't forget to check out the new Record Store Spotlight. Just to let you guys know, if you haven't seen the new episode of Record Store Spotlight, episode number 6, I just launched it a few days ago, and made a decision that Record Store Spotlight is going to have its own channel. And so we're preparing for that too. So anyway, talk to you guys soon. The next Vinyl Finds video, and that's about it. Peace. Thanks.